Might be a bit noisy, but this is a smooth line to Iceland. So lots of camper vans, motorhomes. We've got cyclists, quite a lot of cyclists, touring cyclists. They've got a lot of German and French plates. Super Tenere, Africa Twins, Harley there. Some of these could be going to Faroe Islands, to be honest. GS, 1190 KTM. That piece of crap there. That's the only UK plate here, really. German, we've got a Super Tenere, GS, new GS Rally, 1150, GSA, KTM 990, biggest dry bag ever. So, don't know what that is. And then 690s, some more enduro style, and a Triumph 800. So yeah, a bit of everything really. So just need to now go up and find your cabin. That's it. We're just going up on Faroe Islands. Quite a few people get off here, a few people will get on. So got about another 12 hours after this, maybe 15 hours. Pretty long old ferry ride. So this is the first sight of Iceland you get when you come off the ferry. So I've just come up there, parked here. We've already got this. Not bad, not bad. So do a little town here, and then well, I guess this is just a little port town. And a slightly bigger town about half an hour to the west, and then off it goes from there. Really. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. Got waterfalls up there. So yeah, adventure begins. This is not too bad an introduction to Iceland. So you've driven out from the port, up the hill, waterfalls either side, and little lake pools, water pools. It's foggy, still some snow around. You come over the top, sun's out, and then you've got this amazing valley. That's the first sort of main town you get to down there. Yeah, beautiful. It's just the scale of it, really. It's not that different to, I guess, Scotland or the Alps in a way. It's just, I guess, the size of it, the magnitude of it. Yeah, beautiful. Almost been a convoy of bikes and trucks and vans going out the ferry, all stopping here. As you see, look at this. You get run over. Rotel tours. They run me over. Look at that, aren't they? Amazing. So yeah, everyone's heading inland really to start their adventures. Beautiful. So just on one of the roads to the a waterfall. So I guess this is a road, technically, you know, regarded as a regular road in Iceland. It's obviously not tarmac, it's hard pack, a little bit bumpy in places, but yeah, perfectly alright. And so you'd be alright, I would say, on most bikes along here. Yeah, no problem really. So this is distinguished. The F roads are the ones which are gravel roads, and we've got river crossings, and they're the ones that are off limits for rental cars or rental bikes. But yeah, so these are the kind of roads you'd come across quite frequently in Iceland, I'm assuming anyway. First one we've tackled. But yeah, nice. Goes on for I think 40 more kilometres like this. On the road about 2 hours, and this is the first, I guess you'd call it, tourist attraction we've come to. It's a waterfall called Reyðarfjörður. Probably 2 hours, yeah, 2 hour ride from the port. You do probably a 20-mile dirt trail to get here, corrugated a little bit. But obviously a lot of cars here, so rental cars can come up here. Yeah, so just a big waterfall through a canyon. Middle of nowhere, it really is, really bleak out here. Really desolate. So we've come at it from the east side, so we're just on the east side of this canyon. But you can see just over there, there's west side, east side, west side, approach on that other side. So yeah, beautiful. So we're just going to ride down, see what it's like. Picked up Nick, who's also here on a UK plate on a Royal Enfield Bullet. So let's go head down and have a look. Check this out. This is just outside the lake to the east of Iceland. I forget, Askavar or something like that. So yeah, just heading along the road, and then you just come across this. It smells eggy, strong sulphur smell. I like the lack of safety precautions as well. There. Greetings from Iceland. Crazy place. Crazy. Look at that. Just some salt flats. Strong smell of sulphur. Quite a few tourists around, but yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Nice riding as well. Really dramatic landscape. And then yeah, you just come down the hill on Route 1, which is a circular road down the outside, and then you can drop down. The road's up there. I think you can see. Yeah, just come across this. Great stuff. Oh, look. Whole lot of nothingness. This is just a trail up by Dettifrost, up the west side of it. Just because I must be, I think 30 miles or so, all the way down to the, just seeing the distance with the ocean. Just winds down there. Yeah. Endless trails, really. Not obviously none of it's tough, and you do this on, you do this kind of surface on so many bikes on regular tyres. Take it steady. It's a little bit bumpy, it's a little bit corrugated, but not too bad. Yeah, so come down here on a C90 quite easily. Probably be comfier, to be honest, over these bumps. Almost at the Arctic Circle, top of Iceland's that lighthouse just up there, and then I think the Arctic Circle is 4 miles north of that. Just trying to get there, but it's a little bit rocky. Alright though, it's a long way out to the lighthouse to come back again, so I think I'll probably just turn back. But yeah, good riding, really bleak and remote out here, not many other tourists, way off the tourist trail, but there are a few come up to get to sort of the main road bit down there. Weather, it's about 14 degrees, so it's not too bad. Yeah, good. Great riding, great country really to be exploring. I'm really enjoying this northern part. It's just a lot quieter and calmer and more space than along that main road right around the Route 1 around the centre. So yeah, good ride. Made it to the lighthouse at the top of the world. A bit of a rough road, rough old track, bouncing around a lot, but we made it. Just got to keep it going really, keep momentum, pick your line, and then I don't know, just get through it really. Yeah, all good. Warm, so warm up here. So Arctic Circle's about 4 miles out. We're at the very top of Iceland. Well done, bike, done well. Goes on forever. This is Iceland summer. Got hailstones. Beautiful views though. For hailstones. We're gonna lay low in this cafe. Another strange Icelandic phenomena. This must be warm water just being forced out from the ground really. We're near the volcanic area. That's warm water as well. You get that shower temperature. Quite amazing really. Let's sink. Bizarre, absolutely bizarre. This is the first night camping spot. I remember the name of the actual town or village we're where it's at, but apparently the translation from Icelandic is Midgetown. And it certainly seemed like we're in Midgetown. Lots of them, not quite so many down by the water's edge, but up there's, yeah, loads of them. Yeah, beautiful spot though. Sort of on the north side of the island, probably somewhere in the middle, and it's just this lake here. We've done about 140 miles today. A mixture of tarmac and some gravel, a bit of like hard packed dirt, but nothing you couldn't manage on any bike really. So, yeah, beautiful spot. €10 a night for this camp spot. It's not too bad. Probably going to get dark about midnight, 1ish, so I don't think you could do an eye patch or something. Just going to cook up some food on the stove, just keep them costs down really. So today probably €40 spent today on fuel, a bit of food and camping. So yeah, can't grumble. Around showing us how to use a primer stove. Oh dear. Do you think you should call the fire brigade, or you alright? Like what? Just come across this this building, and they're called gills. Well, they're just out in these remote areas. As I say, this is 20 kilometers down a dirt trail, and basically they're like bothies in Scotland, and you can just come and stay. So all kitted out, cooking facilities, stove, sink, beds, table. Look at that. And you just put 1,000 krona, which I think is about £8 or £7 per night in there must be a box somewhere, an unlisted box. Look at that! Wowzers! I wish I'd known about this. I would have stayed up here. Cool, eh? I think these are dotted all around Iceland. They are marked on a map, but I guess unless you know what you're looking for, you don't know to look through. Yeah, just is that it? I mean, imagine stumbling across this on a dark, wet, rainy night, and you need somewhere to stay, and you don't want to put your tent up. Perfect. Yeah. Just got up, got my coffee on go. I'm just trying to do some toast. Without a lot of success. Obviously I don't have a toaster. Whoops, a daisy. Or a griddle. So I'm just doing it this way. It seems to be working. Got nothing to go on the toast, but I've had porridge every morning. I just fancy something a bit different. So yeah, this is a useful bit about this tent. Van Gogh Omega 350. Nice and spacious. An absolute pain in the house to put up on an evening. Well, it just gives you this. You've got a good sleeping quarter, good spacious area there, and then this here, which you can sit in. You can't stand up in it, but you can sit in it. So yeah, just got plenty of place for kit and cooking, and yeah, good. Just wish it were a bit easier to put up, although I think it's a bit more about technique. So, well, look at that. Whew, what a good bit of toast. Delicious. Who needs a hotel? Alright, I think I best get packed up. There's choice of dinner for this evening. Soup noodles, rice, pasta, and some chili and garlic sauce. So. Cool. Okay, so I've just stopped here just to really highlight the difference in road surfaces here in Iceland. I've just turned off a main tarmac road. It's not Route 1, which is the main road that goes around, but it is, I guess, a main artery across one of the peninsulas. So that's all tarmac, really well surfaced, really smooth. You know, you could do them sort of roads on any bike, cruiser, sports bike, and they're not busy, and some really nice curves, so you could have a lot of fun. And then you turn off, and then you get onto what are these called the 3-digit road names. So this is a 785, I believe, and it's hard pack. It's like, you know, it's like loose gravel top surface, but you could probably still do these kind of roads on any bike. You wouldn't need an adventure bike, you wouldn't need knobbly tyres, you wouldn't need any off-road experience. They are really hard packed, and if you take it steady, you shouldn't have any problems. The distinguishing thing is if you add an F before the 3-digit road name, then it becomes an F road, and that's when you can get some water crossings and loose shell, and that's when you would need more experience and knobbly tyres and things like that. So yeah, it's just to show that there was lots of tarmac here, lots of easy riding, and then throw in a mixture of this compact gravel, which is still easy enough to do, and it leaves just those F roads, which, you know, you are going to need more experience, but you have to go looking for them. You're never going to stumble across one, because they're either through the interior or they take you to some remote peninsulas and like that, and things like that. So yeah, really easy riding here, and I think even I was mistaken from all the images of Iceland. It all shows it as sort of an off-road playground, but it's not. It's such an easy place. You could come here with a pan-European or a Harley or a sports bike or anything and still do the same kind of touring as I'm doing on a GS. You just have to miss out some of those gnarliest sections, but it'd still give you plenty of places to ride. So yeah, good scenery as well, and for once not massively windy. It is a bit windy here, but not today, so all good. Spell your name?
Runar. It's R-U-N-A-R.
Cool.
Yeah.
See you, friend. I would say desolate is the word for out here, just on the Skaggy Peninsula. A bit of an old, well, not a dirt road, compact dirt road that goes all the way around the peninsula. Just stopped at this board, have a bit of bread and some chamomile tea from my flask. So sophisticated. Just reading this, and yeah, just saying about the farms and the sheep they rear around here, and the seal skins they used to farm, and all sorts of little bits. So yeah, pretty remote, pretty empty, pretty lonely, really, I guess. Just me, bike, and a road. Could be anywhere, really. Central Asia, Kyrgyzstan, parts of America, Scottish coast, even Scottish Islands. Yeah, just gonna keep riding. Fight these flies off. Bloody lots of flies around here. So I'm just at Geysers, and I think, judging by everyone holding phones up, it's about to erupt. It's like a Disney, it's like a nature's own Disneyland. Full of Americans, actually. Lots of Americans here. God. Not odd, surprising, really. Oh, there we go. Missed it. Sorry. So that's it. That's what you get. So now I'm going to wait for the next one. Kind of exciting, I guess. Anticlimax? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Well, these people seem happy. I'm a terrible tourist. You kind of feel compelled to come to places like this just to say you've been there, but It's just a spurt of water, isn't it? And now everyone walks up and everyone walks back.
Oh, it actually smells like egg.
So many Chinese and Japanese.
No. So many. And Germans, equally.
In the moment, this is a big hype in Germany to go to Iceland.
Yeah?
Maybe it's come from that football European Championship.
The annoying thing about this crossing is I'm going to have to get across it and then come back and get my feet wet. So where's our focus? Where am I likely to fall off? Where am I going to fall? I think about there. I'm putting my money on there. Alright, let's give it a go. Wish me luck. It's not necessarily the depth of it, it's the rocks in it. Just so you know, you get a rock underwater and you just front wheels like this. But we did it. Just on this trail, I don't know how long it is, 50 kilometres? Long old trail. It must be in place because of these pylons, power lines. So it just runs almost beneath them the entire way. Nice surface, easy to ride, not too fast to pace, a little bit bumpy, but not too bad. Just ride along, go through them water crossings okay. It's all good. All good. Heading west towards those rainy looking mountains over there. So just exploring really. I've got to be honest, I do find getting on these trails or getting away from the tourist places so much better. Today at the Geyser, just saturated with tourists, and go out on a trail like this and seen anyone for ages. So happy days, eh? Happy days. We've arrived at the murder shack in the mountains. Another shelter that they just put out here, maybe for workers as much as anything, which has got the pylons to maintain, but also travellers. So let's see what's inside. I've opened the door, a bit stiff. Big step up. Coat hangers. Oh, it's warm though. Huh. How many people have been through here? It smells very musty. Got beds, a couple of beds, some bits and bobs, and brilliant that these things are out here though. I mean, the weather's not great today, but it's like got power as well. Power, electricity. But imagine it were a lot worse and you came across one of these. I think it were a godsend. You'd think all this timber would rot really quickly in this weather as well, but it seems to still be here. So yeah, the murder house. That's it. Look how they've chained it into the ground. I guess stuff will just get blown away. Fascinating. Fascinating. It couldn't look any more ominous if it tried, could it? Or sinister. I don't know if I'd like to spend up a night here on my own. Well, they're probably preferable to being in a tent. So we've got about 30 kilometres in that direction and should get to some sort of civilization. Right on. So I made it to Reykjavik. Ended here a day early really. I was just getting tired. It's getting quite cold and just tired of doing a lot of miles on the bike. So I headed to Reykjavik early. Gonna have 2 nights here. It's a pretty old city, a lot of cranes, a lot of construction work going on, a lot of modern buildings. Not much of the old town left by the looks of it, from what I've had a quick look around, but that looks pretty enough. Bit of harbour, a few boats going around, some men down there fishing. Some docks around here and things, so just had a cruise around. Campsites in town, quite in a suburban area, a bit pricey for a campsite in Reykjavik, but I guess it's to be expected. So just gonna have 2 nights here. Wife's gonna fly in on the 2nd day of being here, and then we're gonna have 5 days there. Tell us what you brought. Where have you come to?
Huh?
Where are we?
Iceland.
Iceland.
They're light.
And what boots have you brought?
Summer boots.
So
They're light again, they're light. Easy for me to carry. Are you cold? Those trousers. Okay. So we just stopped. We're going around a lake on the east side of Iceland. Just to note that apparently this is the biggest forested area in Iceland with the tallest of trees. So you can see that they're not overly big trees, but apparently in the 19th century the entire of Iceland was deforested for house building, shipbuilding and for heat and things. So there are really no trees in Iceland, and they have started this plantation on this eastern side, but yeah, the rest of Iceland there are no trees whatsoever. So not, maybe that's of interest, I'm not sure. Is it of interest? Interested in that? Yeah.
How's your experience of Iceland from the pillion seat?
A bit cold and a bit windy, but it's spectacular in parts, and not spectacular in other parts.
Okay, hard to please. So we're just heading down this sort of a compact dirt road around this lake. Again, as I said in other videos, you could do this sort of road on any bike really. It's pretty manageable. So we're going to get cracking before we get passed by a motorhome. Right. So we've just found ourselves in this port town on the east side of Iceland, and yeah, very pretty as well, and sheltered from the wind, which is the best thing. Just thought I'd do a quick video on packing and I guess camping equipment. Obviously, I knew 2 of us are going to be out here at one point, so we've got this bigger tent. It's a Vango Omega 350, and because it's got this big porch area, so if it is cold, wet, windy, you can get in there, you can sit in there, take the panniers off. Got plenty of space in there, and then loads of space in here.
Yeah, you get 3 in there easy. Now I can't say his Van Gogh tents are the best quality, but I got it at a good price, and it seems to be a tent that Van Gogh are discounting. They don't seem to be having a tent like this in their range anymore, which is a shame. I feel for a trip like this, it's spot on. But the tent and all my sleeping bag goes on the back. My stuff in the panniers on the left hand side, and the laptop, and some got a spare. I'll show you in here. Some clothes, and then a bit of footwear. Spare 2.5 litre fuel in there just in case. Got my oil on the back. So that's kind of my laundry pannier. I guess it's always I find it easier to segregate things. So we've got clothing department on that side, cooking department this side. So this is kind of that's the bedroom. This is a kitchen. So we've got everything: stove, primer stove, cups, food at the bottom, everything in there. And then now in mid-trip, she bought a bag, dry bag, bigger than the yellow bag that I had on the back. That sits the yellow bag in. So that sits on the back, and then she bought all the stuff in these smaller dry bags that just sit on top. So she's got all her camping gear in one, and then all the clothing in the other one that sits on top. So that's kind of how we've done it, and we are quite loaded up, but I'd say we've got it to a decent system. We know where everything is. Everything's got a place. Tank bag, camera, cosmetics, and toothbrush and everything goes in there. Then maps and things. So yeah, it just keeps it neat and tidy. And I think that's the most important thing on a trip like this: the duration. Especially when there's 2 of you, is just having a system and having an order, so that everything's got a place. And just helps keep you sane. Otherwise, you just go mad. And it also helps you keep your pack size quite small. The bike's heavy enough as it is. When it's on a slope, it takes me. I have to lean over with my right hand and help pull it up that way. So I won't want any more weight on it. But yeah, we're coping. Beautiful spot. Just going to cook some food and chill out. So just a quick video just to show you what we're travelling with. Got a primer stove, just works off a gas bong. It could use fuel, but we don't seem to ever get knack of it, so we stick to gas, which is easy to pick these up. It's got that, a plate, bowl, and then dry food, tin beans, sweet corn, mackerel, pasta paste, pasta sauce, and then just a mixture of stuff like this, just for night time eating really. Got some soup, pasta, so easy to make a meal with that, especially if you've got some bread. Flasks, make some tea with, so to have during the day. Porridge oats for breakfast. We've got some jam to go with that. I bought a bit of a treat, cafetiere, some fresh coffee to make in the morning, tea bags, some Horlicks for bedtime. That's about it really, but that all fits in the right hand side pannier. We've got a water bladder just so we can carry some water as well as we travel. So I guess if we wanted to stop and make anything a long way, we could do so. Yeah, that's about it. That's our kitchen, our Icelandic kitchen. I don't know what we're going to cook now. Pasta, I think, with a good view. So this is the town we're staying in. I can't remember the name of it, to be honest, but there's a campsite and a restaurant there, and well, I don't know, 50 houses, 60 houses down on the southeast coast of Iceland. Weather's come good, better. Been a bit cold, wet, windy the last few days. Today it cleared up a bit. We've got a bit of blue sky, calmer weather, not as windy. Still not hot, 10 degrees, 11 degrees tops. It's a bit chilly, but it's a still evening. Beautiful place this. Wife's here, so we're doing some tilt riding. She's been a bit nonplussed last few days just because of weather really. Yeah, it's hard going when you're at the back of a bike. It's cold, wet, windy, and it's bleak. It's a bleak landscape for hundreds of miles along the top of the circular road. Not much out there. There's a few natural attractions to stop and look at, but nowhere really to get shelter. There's a few rest stops, gas stations where you can get a drink and stuff, but not a lot else. So yeah, it's bleak riding, to be honest, when the weather's like that and you've got somebody on back who's come for a bit of a holiday. So I'm just glad it's picked up and weather's set to improve tomorrow.
We'll carry on going clockwise around Ireland, back in direction of Reykjavik, which we're probably only about 300 miles, 250 miles out of Reykjavik from here. Yeah, it seems a lot quieter down in this southeast corner. Less tourists, just less commotion and bustle. Whereas along that the north of the island, it just seems a lot busy. But no, this is cool. Very quiet, very quaint. I guess it's what you come here for, really. I must admit, there were parts of it where weather were bad and landscape's a bit drab and dreary. You think, God, why would you come out here to Iceland? It's just such a long way to ride in them conditions. And to not see it at its best, and then when obviously wet weather's like this, yeah, beautiful little spot. We've got ducks racing out here and little bits of life going on back in the harbour. Tourist buses, camper vans pulling up to camp at night. Yeah, nice spot. I wish I couldn't remember the name of it, but all the names of towns here a bit tongue twisters, so I'm not even going to try and learn it. But yeah, that mountain, is something else. Okay, so we're just on the southeast of the island on Route 1, heading clockwise. It's just a beautiful coastal road. This road is just running around the edge of the mountains. I don't know if you can see those cars just coming down there. But yeah, nice. Got some good weather. So we'll just walk down this road down to the end. Bike's parked up there. Drink some chamomile tea from a flask. Hardcore. But yeah, beautiful. Nice weather. It's just a bit warmer. Not roasting hot, but warm enough. A bit of a seagull down there. So I'd say this is about a 4-hour, maybe 5-hour drive east of Reykjavik along the south coast. Then all the mountains, the big mountains in Iceland are just over that ridge there. So all the sort of the main snowy ice cap glacier type things. Yeah, it's alright. So, yep, cool. Okay, so I'm just down at Viking, which is probably pretty much the only bike shop in Iceland, certainly in Reykjavik. I just need to get a new tyre. These Anarchy Wilds, back in the UK, I've got about 5,500 miles out of a rear. This one has now done 3,500. I've got a couple of thousand more to do to get home, probably 1,000 more in Iceland and then 1,000 down from Denmark to the UK, which is going to cut it pretty fine. And I have noticed they are wearing a little bit quicker in Iceland, I would imagine, mainly due to the volcanic surface of a lot of the asphalt and the gravel sections I've been doing. You know, in the UK you might do a 10-mile stretch of off-roading in a day. Here you're doing 150 miles in a day, and I think it's just wearing them a little bit quicker, but still that's done 3,600, which is still pretty good for a rear. Just had my wife on back, so we've been carrying a lot of weight and decent speed, so yeah, it's just one of them things. I could probably run it fine and see if it'll get me into UK, but I don't think it will, so I'm just going to swap it here. It's a bit pricey, 200 quid for a rear, including the changeover, but it's one of the things, you kind of got to do it really. I mean, just to say about this tyre, I'm glad we've had it on. We did some F-roads with my wife on back the other day, but just having that confidence on the steep descent when it's rocky and gnarly, just having that extra grip at the front and the grip at the rear. If I weren't doing the F-roads and I was just coming here either single or touring and just staying to the tarmac or the compact gravel, I'd just run a regular Anarchy, and then probably the extra longevity that you get with a regular tyre, I'd probably do the distance from UK to here and then back again. So yeah, just going to get wheel off and get swapped over and then get on my way a little bit. Okay. So it's lots of art. It's an art exhibition inside the old herring factory. I think artists from all over the world, photography, mainly photography, but sculpture, illustration, art.
And I think this is where the road comes to an end. We've done alright. We've done alright. We've come around there, along there, then it drops down there. I don't think we're going to get through there. We might do if we were desperate. We're not desperate though. You can see that waterfall from here. It looks spectacular though. So top of Iceland, not technically the top of Iceland, but it feels like the most remote, though. Having said that again, look at houses over there, smoke, amazing.
I think they're guest houses. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have a quick look, but yeah, incredible, really. So remote, and that trail's rough as dogs, but they've still brought all that timber and brought all the tiles and metalwork and pipework and plumbing and electric wiring and toilets and bathtubs and all that along that bumpy old trail to build these houses. Oh, madness, really. Absolute bloody madness. You've got to give them credit. I just won't want to go back down that road for my shopping every day. I suppose you'd have to stock up, but I think this is the point where we turn around, head back, and go and think about catching a ferry in 4 days' time. Make a steady way back across across Iceland, and see where we end up. Good riding, Dorothy. Hello. Hello. Not doing too bad coming up there. Water crossing down there, and then bumpy and steep, rocky, loose. We've got snow. And another 20 miles of it. Alone. Bit nervous. Taking it steady. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. Slow and steady wins the race. Let's do it. Come on. Look at this road ahead. Bloody bleak or what? Glaciers, mountains, snow, and everything else. Bike. Snow, mountains. Go that way. So camping here tonight, a place called Lauga on F26, which is a road through the interior. There's a hut here, some sleeping bag accommodation. I think that's the sleeping bag accommodation where you just literally get a place to put your sleeping bag is 7,000 krona, which is 55 quid. Camping's 15, so we're going to put it up here. Bit nervous. Other day, my tent didn't stand up to the wind very well, and I think I'd say we're on an exposed face right here. So hopefully I'll not get blown away at night. But yeah, there's hot tubs over there, so you can go for a dip and things like that. Whether I'll bother, I don't know. I don't know if I can be bothered. Might just cook some food and go to bed. So yeah, got my tent in there, sleeping bag. Looks like I'm the only one camping. Yeah, good riding. Good riding. Great landscape. Really nice landscape. Bleak. Very bleak. Flies, flies, flies. Even out here. Even out here. Flies. And the blind heads. Blind heads. Noise of that! forgot what bloody road number it is. But who would have thought Iceland had its very own Stelvio Pass? Look at that for a view as well, look at that for a bay. The road just climbs up like Stelvio Pass, like Moki Dugway in America. Just goes on and on and on. Pretty loose gravel, but not too bad. Very quiet, no other cars on here. It's just on the east, northeast, not far from the port town where you come in on the ferry.